Nankabirwa has challenged women communities in Buganda district to consider tapping into government projects in order to join the money economy. This has been in a message delivered for her by the Minister for Lands, Judith Nabakova, during this year's belated Women's Day celebrations for Bugiri district.
Bwetuuka ku by'essomero n'abafaayo n'abajja mu miitingi n'abatoola abasinga bungi bakyala bano beegomba ino amasannyalaze kubanga balima bandibaire nga babaakuna engeri gye bakolamu okuva lyaddition ku buntu bwabwe bwe balima ng'abakyala.
Alino yabanga ali omu ku bantu abatayikiriza bukenuzi mu nsi eno Uganda weebale kuba mukumu okuyigiriza okulwanyisa enguzi imwe ababiri n'abakazi abandi abakyala nti mu 1984 kabineti ya Uganda yalimu omukyala mulala ate nga president wa Uganda yali Dr. Mulamba Milton Obote, but cabinet at that time had only one woman. If president, the vice president is a woman, the prime minister is a woman, the first deputy prime minister is a woman, the third deputy prime minister is a woman, the speaker of parliament is a woman, minister general duties is a woman, minister for education is a woman, minister for presidency is a woman, minister for education is a woman, lands and housing is a woman, health is a woman, minerals is a woman, science is a woman. Allahu Akbar.
Nice country. Honorable Nankabirwa yantumye nampayo envelope mulimu akakadde kamu kankakwase omubaka omukyala ow'ekitundu kino okumuyambako kwebyo byategese olwaleero. Yabuwandiise mu lufuutifuuti. Today we are gathered here not only to commemorate the achievements of women, but also to reaffirm the NRM's government commitment to empower and advance the women cause in every sphere of life. The Women's Day celebration under the theme Accelerating Gender Equality through Women Economic Empowerment, we acknowledge the resilience, strength, and invaluable contribution of women in the Bugiri district and across the country towards nation building. 2, 1, 0.
To other news now, let's go to the General Court Marshal and the General Court Marshal Chairman, Brigadier General Freeman Robert Mugabe, together with other members, are to take oath of office as they await resumption of work. Now, following the expiry of their term on the 9th of June 2024, business at the court was on standstill, not until President Yoweri Museveni renewed their contracts on the 6th of June 2024. Among those that await oath taking are Brigadier General Freeman Robert Mugabe, the chairman, Major Frank Kijuru Asimwe as the Secretary Registrar, Colonel Joseph Echelea Okalebo, Lieutenant Colonel Sam Muntungura, Lieutenant Colonel David Waguma, Colonel John Mark Semanda, Major Cyprian Sande Magezi, Oyar Boris Mack, and Private Kanyoma Habiba, and Captain Abdul Basaja Balaba. Our reserve members are Captain Marion Akandinda Kagumire, Major Richard Turiahabwe, Major Angela Catherine Laker, Major Sarah Sonko Asimwe, Major Gift Agiri Kaganda, Captain Lucy Nicole Etoro, and Warrant Officer 1 Robert Nyerare. Others are Major Commander Silas Mutunji, Defense Counsel, Colonel Richard Tukachungura as the Judge Advocate, and Lieutenant Colonel Rafael Mugisha as the lead prosecutor. Chairman and the other members will serve for another period of 1 year.
Abali mukola ate bali ku masimu
Deputy Inspector General of Government Anne Tunomjisha Muheirwe has appealed for selflessness among Ugandans as they go about their daily duties. Speaking at the handover ceremony of the Lions Club of Kampala Central District 411B, Muheirwe emphasized that the escalating corruption in the country is primarily fueled by selfishness. Take a watch.
Addressing at the 29th handover of the Lions Club of Kampala District 411B, the Deputy Inspector General of Government, Anne Tunomjisha Muheirwe, stressed that combating corruption requires a collective effort and a commitment to integrity, highlighting that the pervasive vice is a significant obstacle to national development.
At the heart of the problem of corruption in this country is selfishness, the lack of care, empathy for others, the lack of a sense of responsibility towards others, and the failure to recognize the adverse implications of our actions on the broader good. That's a serious problem in this country. It is a call for all of us to stand up and challenge ourselves to redesign the way we think, to redesign the way we serve.
Muheirwe was contented by the selfless services rendered by the Lions Club International of helping the less privileged. To this, she pledged total support and made her intentions to join the Lions Club of Kampala Central.
In Uganda, you will notice that we live in a society that is increasingly becoming inward looking, with so many selfish acts that are happening in virtually all sectors of society, in the communities that we live in, by the leaders that are supposed to be our good examples. So when you find a group like this that is doing selfless acts, you would want to be part of it. So that's why I want to be part of them, to be part of their good ethos, to be part of their vision.
Relatedly, the keynote address was also calling upon Ugandans to change from the fixed mindset of thinking to a growth mindset so as to cause an impact on society.
There are two kinds of mindset in this world. You have either fixed mindset or you have a growth mindset. So if we've been in the club for 29 years, the challenge we could be running is that we are fixated on the way these clubs have run for the past 29 years. And we are waiting for policies and change of direction to come from the head office, when it will come from Uganda and this club. A 2% mindset person here can change the entire landscape of Lions Club in the world.
As she resumed office, Lion Imelda Muheirwe was delighted by the progress of the Lions Club of Kampala Central and committed to take it further. She reiterated the club's mission of hitting the 1.5 million lions and the benefits that come with increased numbers.
This year we are going to emphasize recruitment. We know there are very many service-minded people out there. There are very many people who like to serve their communities. The only issue is we've not invited them. We are going to invite as many of you to join us, hands, to serve the less privileged in this community.
However, at our association, Lions Club, Lions International, we have another branch, the body, in the names of LCIF, which is Lions Club International Foundation. This is the funding arm or the fundraising arm of our association, and every year they raise resources in order to support all the clubs all over the world in order to respond to the needs of our communities.
Installation of the new club's leadership climaxed the celebrations. Mary Namkose, UBC News. To Moroto now, where Moroto schools in Rupa, Lotisan and Katikekire sub-counties in Moroto district have been closed temporarily due to escalating insecurity in the area. According to Moroto District Education Officer Maxon Ojoa Akol, this came after threats to teachers, while others could not access a school as they sleep outside, and children fear going or reporting to school due to prevailing insecurity.
Atedoi Primary School in Lotisan, Nakirolo Primary School in Katikekire, and Napedo Primary School in Rupa sub-counties have been closed temporarily.
Our schools have been temporarily closed because
There is a lot of ambushes on the road, and yet our teachers survive from the main center of Moroto for food and other necessities. The people have been ambushed, our teachers became insecure. So
teachers report receiving death threats and instances of violence, including the fatal shooting of a female teacher last year.
Last week, one of the teachers was waylaid when coming back from school around Lokelekuam. There is that junction, then us walk to school. So the teacher came by 3, approaching to 4. Was waylaid by some of the unknown warriors. So they called the teacher and told the teacher, "I knew the people who are arresting our people here."
Now we can sometimes want to look for food, but there is nowhere to pass. Food exactly, we don't have food here. But the little the world food brings here is only for children, but we're now struggling to share with children.
I personally had to call the DO to rescue my situation because I had no food in the house. So when I called, he responded the next day, sent the car to pick me. That's why now I'm in town. I'm not able to go now because the situation is still at stake.
The candidates to Rainbow Primary School because of their safety. And I even informed one food program, I don't know the safety of food will be there.
Despite concerns raised by community leaders about the closure decision, a call emphasized the necessity to prioritize the safety of teachers and learners.
We are not aware of why Atedewe Primary School is closed. And it's the only school at the sub-county. We don't have any other school.
Nothing has happened. There's no intervention like in Katikegile sub-county, in Utsan sub-county. There is no response from the sub-county authority. So we felt it is insecure, and the teachers are also ambushed, like the one on Payas.
The school is from the head teacher. And I understand that the head teacher had quarrels with the community around. He doesn't want the community to be coming around the schools.
Kakingol Primary School, while not closed, has seen a drastic enrollment decline due to insecurity, with many students primarily attending for meals rather than education.
The school itself is a bit fair in terms of security, but what's us and the learners is, the first shooting was a pupil of the school. Who was called who? Angela, the pupil of P3. That was Saturday. So now that incident has made the learners of Naguloro to be blocked from accessing school. They cannot come to school. And the other learners from the other side of the mountain also cannot come to school.
Benon Mukwaya, Morin, Iga, Moroto.
Now, Deputy Inspector General of Government, Dr. Patricia Achano-Kiria, has commended the Lions Club of Kumi for selfless service. Now, this follows a successful establishment of a man-made forest, construction of police offices, and partial renovation of Kumi Health Center 4. This was during installation of the new president for Lions Club of Kumi, where she decried corruption as one of the main obstacles towards service delivery in the country. Henry Okrot reports.
A 25-acre piece of land shows an undertaking on Kumi Soroti Road, an idea conceived, born and bred by the Lions Club of Kumi. The growth of these pine and eucalyptus, among other tree species, comes in the wake of increasing threats of climate change.
And in the national values which the government of Uganda passed in 2013, national value number 1 is about respect for humanity and the environment. And we see the Lions Club of Kumi doing service beyond self.
A few kilometers away is Kumi Police Station, where offices were renovated.
The police stations are like hospitals. Anyone can be taken there at anyone time.
Yes, true.
So work together with the DPC who was here and say, let's mobilize our community through the community policing and participation, and then we renovated this police station.
We are still begging them to help us more.
Personally, my work is to do with the fight against corruption, and I know my culprits or victims also come to the police, and I think we need to join hands because your work is you have a very broad mandate.
It is just as timely as it is with the female wards recently renovated at Kumi Health Center 4.
And I would like to encourage all other Ugandans out there, lend a hand to support, offer service beyond self.
More is yet to come as the club gets its new leadership. Both the outgoing and incoming presidents are hopeful.
New voices planted fruit trees in Kumi Girls Primary School when they did an outreach. This benefited about 600 girls.
Being a leader alone is not an easy thing, but work as a team. So I will count on you to stand.
This will be more effective if the services are extended without corruption.
You will achieve a lot if you add and model integrity among your members. You will win trust and support that you will set standards in the club.
It is an appeal coming in the wake of corruption scandals reported across the public and private sectors. Henry Okrut, UBC.
Thanks, Henry, for that report there. Now, in a significant boost to the judicial system, over 40 new court mediators who have undergone training in conflict resolution have been passed out by Reconciliatory Trust International. These newly trained mediators are set to play a crucial role in alternative dispute resolution and arbitration. The event was held at KCCA here in Kampala.
With a staggering backlog of court cases, the addition of these mediators is a welcomed reinforcement for our overburdened judicial system. The judiciary targets to reduce backlog through using alternative dispute resolution.
The court needs such mediations because of the work. There's a lot of work that the government is doing, especially through the court, and some of those works are not finished because of the number of people that are supposed to be part of what is happening inside there.
Passed out trainees are Christian leaders and have been awarded certificates. It is hoped will bring their church altar experience in the court's chambers and assist the judicial officers in mediating some cases.
This training has honed our ability to listen actively, articulate points clearly, and manage conversation constructively, ensuring that all parties can express their views and concerns.
Bringing in the religious leaders, pastors, into the court to help mediation is basically helping the work of the government to be more easier.
These mediators have been taught to approach each case with impartiality and balance.
So as a mediator, you need to know how many walls you have to cross to get to someone, to make sense to someone. There are some people that you'll come to them as a female and you're a mediator. There are stereotypes about women. It takes a while for them to actually accept that what you're saying means well for them. So it's important for you as a mediator, as an arbitrator, as someone that is involved in conciliation to be alive to these facts and to be alive to that truth.
The training focused on constructive case management, honing their ability to listen actively and engage in strategic problem-solving skills, crucial for effective conflict resolution.
Make enough preparation. Make enough preparation. When you're going into mediation, just don't wake up. Just don't wake up, get hold of the file, you go to do the active listening. First, make preparations, my dear. Make comprehensive research. Make comprehensive research of the matter that you're faced with.
As they begin their path to work, it is hoped they will significantly alleviate the caseload and fostering a more accessible justice system.
We have learned how to effectively facilitate dialogue, manage conflict,
achieve mutually beneficial resolutions.
Crispus Arinitwe, UBC News.
21 minutes after 1 in the studios of UBC TV. We'll now take a short break, but we will be returning with much more. Do stay with us.
Amanya gange nze Namtebi Sharon nga nkolera wano wennyini Saka Kirombe oba Makindye. Empanga gye nawangudde sente mbadde nga nkozesa mobile money nga nsindika school fees w'omwana ku ssomero. Okutegeera nti mpangudde nze mutima neegambye nti kambalinde bamale okujja ndyoke nzikirize nti mpangudde. Kyenyinza okubagamba nti si byabafere weewaawo abafere gye bali naye ennamba eri emu yokka era bw'eba ekukubidde omanye eyo si yabafere. Mpulira bulungi nnyo era ndi musanyufu nnyo. Naye MTN mobile money mbebaza nnyo mwebale nnyo mwebalire.
Together we're unstoppable.
What is a dream? What does it mean to you? To her? To them? It's time we dare to dream anew. Dream bigger, better, bolder. Let's dare to dream of tomorrow, today, of someday, of the hope that comes with change, of a change that transforms lives. That glimmer in your eyes, the prospect of maybe, of all the hopes that we carry. It's the promise of enjoyments, co-enjoyments for you and your mates. A dream keeps us going. It's the one thing that drives us, inspires us, motivates us. One goal, one hope, one dream. With the Uganda National Lottery, your dream can become a reality. Bigger is here. What's your one thing?
Welcome back from that break, and this is Lunchtime News here on UBC TV. I am Rukidi Edward Kijanangoma. Moving on now, we go to Bunyoro region, where Bunyoro Kitara veterans who played a crucial role in bringing the National Resistance Movement NRM government into power have expressed disappointment over being neglected and excluded from the list to meet President Yoweri Museveni this June. The veterans who lost loved ones and properties during the NRA Bush War are concerned about the continued segregation and mistreatment by their seniors in the district of Kakumiro. They are calling on President Yoweri Museveni to revise the list submitted to his office for the courtesy visit.
And other things were destroyed in his area. Very unfortunately, when they read the list, some of the members were dropped out without any genuine reason. Appealing to the president to really put hold on this list and come up with the genuine list of the people. Actually, we are sure that he knows those people who helped him, especially this Mzee Indikora Kapira and other very many other people who helped him. And
when it was in Kia Ruenzoli, Yatigaru Umuruko, Atia Utanu Wawerere, when it took a kumbon. Yaguwayo abana kale abana be mfuzi isenyo bakamukiwa umukono anti bakuba abana be batayiro biyekera isenyo bamutombara kisimubende bamunagayo babayimba mukiro umukono bamucyoza umwirwaro umubende bamunaga umwirwaro
nkabona se bwa muno abamwene waitu John Bazitia
abwiro bakatayo bali bayekera bambonyabonya muno batugunya muno abawendi bayijja nkawe byokulya bakatugamba tuguze nanyo kwati nsobola kuguza abanunuzi nkusaba president owulire ensonga zange ezo
nsaba president atekereza issue eno itwe abantu abobujunanizibwa abakonyera olutalo luno gonze list out baituwenka bino busobozi asobole kuba nateeka alisi tugende tumulole.
President Museveni afeeyo muno abantu abo omukonyera mu lutalo bayingi hano akarara hano Kasambia sub county abantu abo omukonyera mu Kasambia hano list eroho abantu baroho tuyina bo mugenzi Sekyanzi tuyina muzeyi Nadi bakabayita bakabatere mbayizi babayita habwensonga bakolekya president omuhanda.
To Luweero now, where Luweero Diocese Bishop, Reverend Wilson Kiseka, has called upon educated Christians to join the clergy in serving God and fellow Christians. Bishop Kiseka, who was recently installed as the 4th Luweero Diocese Bishop, made the call while preaching on his maiden pastoral visit to Ndeje Senior Secondary School, from where he confirmed 147 Christians into the Church of Uganda, a Christian fold.
Candidates, I have confirmed them with sending them to go out to serve the Lord, to serve their servants. They are all believers. We are called to go and serve the Lord. It is a command from Jesus Christ to send us out with the power of the Holy Spirit to continue serving the Lord.
Bishop Wilson Kiseka has also advised Ugandan leaders and administrators to repent and drop corrupt tendencies and serve faithfully.
The church about corruption. So all those who are serving our nation, as a church, we have to just to encourage them to do the work faithfully, to serve the nation faithfully.
The chairperson Ndeje Senior Secondary School Parents and Teachers Association, Dr. Katende Sematiko, lauded Ndeje SS parents for dutifully paying school fees, which has enabled the school to develop exponentially.
Ndeje is scoring in academics, in sports, extracurricular activities, even in numbers, the infrastructure, and in the spiritual world, we are still a leading school. We know the founders, that's what they aimed at, and we are keeping and maintaining it.
The school's headmaster, David Sekungu, revealed that the school, which was started in 1963 to educate learners from Bulemezi and Buruli counties, has now grown to international standards.
The school has grown over the years and increased its influence from national to regional and to a certain extent international level. The school currently has a population of 2,632 students, 123 teaching staff, 39 non-teaching staff, and 93
Business news now, and we begin with looking at avocado farming, where it is said that it is becoming a booming business in Uganda with immense potential for growth and profitability for both smallholder farmers and large-scale operations. Now, the main regions for avocado cultivation include the central region, western and eastern parts of the country, which benefit from an ideal combination of altitude, temperature and rainfall. Take a watch.
Avocado cultivation and trade have increased rapidly on a global scale. Demand has been fueled by the fruit's appealing features. Profitability has encouraged higher production levels. However, as supply is anticipated to remain stable, avocado consumers will benefit from comparatively low pricing, which in turn will contribute to the fruit's continued popularity, and that's according to Development Aid, a non-government organization. In Uganda today, the future of Uganda's Hass avocado industry is promising. With prices continuing to climb in the local and global markets, avocado is one of the few fruits that are low in fat and high in sugar. According to the National Agricultural Advisory Services, NAD, the global market is currently valued at over $8 billion and is projected to reach more than about $20 billion in 2026. NAD says there are indications that the demand for the crop has already outstripped supply. Now NADS is rallying farmers to consider herself. Khadija Nakakande, the NADS communications officer, made statements recently and said with the market from the European Union and the Middle East, Ugandans with idle land should stop doubting. We paid a visit at Bwendero Orchards where we met Mr. Kato Edward Magara, one of the directors of Bwendero Orchards, found in Hoima, who is one of the farmers who picked up interest in investing in Hass Avocado business with the help of Avocado Consultants Limited. He tells me why he chose Hass Avocado.
Agriculture being a main sector is a backbone of our economy, of Uganda's economy, and it's a main source of employment, which employs about 60% of our population and supports our livelihood. So that's why we opted for agriculture. And our president, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, really advocates for it. Other crops, we have really tried other crops. For example, we started with maize, which we didn't do well. So we have this kind of, because it has an element of export. We are looking at the external market, and that is the exportation. So we have that to bring in foreign exchange as a substitute.
Well, recently, President Yoweri Museveni made mentions about the emphasis of how the European countries should actually help him about irrigation. I understand Hass Avocado works together with irrigation system. And of course, when we moved around the farm, we saw a lot of dams, irrigation systems that actually you've been using. Why do you think it's very important for us to focus on irrigation as well?
Yeah, surely. We have, in a whole year, we have 3 months of no rain, completely no rain. And we have 9 months of rain. So it is very prudent to have irrigation during those severe 3 months of dry spell. So it's very wise really to see. And when you read about avocado, they emphasize on water. They say water, 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 water. And so this one is so much dependent on water. And the president has advocated irrigation. I think you remember about a few years ago, he went to an extent of demonstrating in Iruwero, Triangle, using bottles. And fetching water from the well with a bicycle and using water bottles, tying them on the stick to irrigate the crops. So that is the emphasis on irrigation. Many crops suffer, get the setback during that 3 dry spell, and to recover it can take like forever because it's cyclic. Each year it comes the same way.
Avocado, particularly Hass, is among the selected crops that the government, through NADS, decided to promote because of its economic benefit. Data from NADS indicate that Uganda has over 10,000 acres of Hass avocado, an improvement from the 5,300 acres it had before the government's intervention. NADS target is about 5 million acres in the next 5 years. Licky Michael.
Now, the African Agricultural Technology Foundation and the Kenya Editors Guild have signed a memorandum of understanding to enhance the capacity of journalists to report accurately on the latest agricultural technologies. The Executive Director for Africa Agricultural Technology Foundation, Dr. Canisius Kanangire, points out that the aim is to address misinformation around agricultural technologies. We have more in this story.
Agriculture is one of the key sectors for most African economies, since it contributes an average of 30 to 60% of gross domestic product (GDP) and about 30% of the value of exports. It is against this background that African Agricultural Technology Foundation, AATF, has signed a Memorandum of Understanding with Kenya Editors Guild to enhance the capacity of journalists to report accurately on the latest agricultural technologies. According to the Executive Director, African Agricultural Technology Foundation, Dr. Kanasias Kanangire, the partnership will also foster collaboration for boosting agricultural development through scientific advancements.
On the other side, there are farmers who have been, I would say, starved of having that knowledge and innovation to change the way agriculture is practiced and change the level of productivity that agriculture has been showing for the last many decades. Actually, you could even say centuries. And AATF came in the middle there to ensure that we take these innovative technologies from the research centers, many of them being in the shelves or not adequately distributed, and brought to the farmers. Be in the middle there, take them here, and bring them to the farm.
The initiative will also help to reach information to more farmers about the current technology advancements in agriculture.
Through this partnership, we aim to foster a deep understanding of these technologies, debunk myths and misinformation, and highlight the transformative potential they hold for our farmers and communities. And we'll be looking forward to engaging your experts as well.
Why should I be sharing my sweat with the pests, diseases, when there is a lasting solution in modern agriculture and biotechnology? The genetically modified cotton has green seeds, green planting seeds. Germination is 85 to 95%. Pest control applications. We used to apply over 12 times in the conventional cotton, but now it has been reduced to 3 times in a season.
With the increasing population and unforeseen challenges brought about by climate change, it is critical that smallholder farmers who produce 70% of the food supply in most African countries have access to information that can help them improve productivity to ensure food security but also reduce poverty. Adia Nakote, UBC.
To Entebbe now, and Entebbe Municipal Council is counting losses as the 21 billion Kitoro market remains empty as people prefer vending from outside. In a bid to address the existing challenge, authorities have banned all air markets and door-to-door vendors effective 1st July 2024. According to Fabrice Rulinda, the mayor of Entebbe, they have resolved to set one open market to serve the whole of Entebbe, which will be operating on Tuesday every week to give chance to those inside the main market to grow their businesses. Now, this directive comes with set fines to whoever is found defying the guidelines that have been put in place.
The people are not performing well. So our aim is to see how we uplift and protect the people who use these markets. So we are setting up these trade orders to ensure that we protect the people who we collect from revenue. And in so doing, uplifting, when you uplift these people, then you can also collect revenue that would make sure that where we got the loan from, it at least performs. We use about 21 million shillings every month to manage to operate a market. From that, imagine if you're collecting revenue of 4 million shillings. That becomes a loss-making venture. Yet, if these markets were encouraged to work and given the space to grow to their full potential, these monies should be covered without a problem. The door-to-door vendors, we also banned that. We are banning these trucks that move around the neighborhood selling charcoal, pineapples, and all that. Matoke.
It is coming to 20 minutes to 2 in the studios of UBC TV. We'll finally come to the end of this edition of Lunchtime News here on UBC TV. My name is Rukidi Edward Kijanangoma, wishing you a blessed afternoon.